to have a successful relationship, there are these two laws of relationship that you must be aware of. Even if you don't keep these laws, you need to be aware of these laws, because the knowledge of the laws will help you to know when your relationship is drifting away. And also, it can still help you, to put your relationship back on track. And one of the laws is the laws of familiarity. And the laws of familiarity states that when one gets exposed to certain person, place, thing, or action for enough time, the person become familiar with that person. And when you become familiar with that person, your appreciation for that person dies. And when the appreciation for that person dies, you start to take the person for granted. This happens to everybody. It's not just one person. Everybody feel this way. It happen even not just for a person, even happen in a position. If you remember when you buy your phone, first time you buy your phone, how you fall in love with your phone, always clean it, try to do one of the two things to make it that neat and every other thing. But now you are, used to that phone, you're familiar with that your phone. Even if it's dirty, you don't care. I remember when I bought my first car, I had to leave my master room that's at the corner. I had to sleep at the visitor's room just to be closer to where I park my motor. When I sleep, sometimes I woke up and look at the window to make sure that my car is still there. But when the car is old enough, I can even take the car to a function, and I'll come out and I won't even know where I parked the car. But when I bought the car newly, if I take it to any occasion, small time I'll start answering call. I'll go out and to make sure that my car is still parked. So, but when I become familiar with that car, I can park it and go for a occasion and come out. I won't even know where I parked the car. That's what laws of familiarity does. So, but if you are aware of these laws, it will help you to know when your relationship is drifting down and help you to build that relationship back again. There is one law that will help you to build that relationship, and that is the law of affinity. And the law of affinity is more like the law of cohesion, which is more like law that help bind two people together, or law that bind things together or unite things. So when you understand these laws, you know that when you become so familiar with your spouse, when you become so familiar with your boyfriend that what you used to respect him for, you don't feel like respecting him again. Like what you know that you don't do, you start doing them. But one thing about this law of familiarity is not that the person is bad, but there are things you don't used to see when you are not familiar with that person. So, and when you become familiar, you start seeing all those things. But those things was there initially, but because that you were not familiar with that person, so because of that, there are certain faults you will not be seeing. But when you become familiar with the person, you see there are a lot of faults you were not seeing initially. You start seeing them. At that point, you will think that actually the person you married has changed. The person did not change, but just that was the point you become familiar with that person, and you start seeing things you never saw from the time you got married. So that's what this familiarity does. Please, if you have seen me for the first time, please follow and share. You are welcome on board for our relationship talks. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye.